Hey guys, welcome to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Sunday morning. Hope everyone's all right. Hope everyone's okay. And happy game day to each and every single one of you. Obviously, Bournemouth, 2 p.m. this afternoon. So just over 4 hours away. 4 hours and 15 minutes till kickoff. I guess 3 hours. 3 hours in TC team news. So there you go. But look, we want to talk about the game set. I think I want to talk about, what it is that we need to see out of today. What it is that we need to feel as fans, really. I want to talk about that as well. And really just talk about the game as a whole. I think there's a lot of interesting things going into this game, a lot of interesting feelings and thoughts and attitudes that I want to talk about as well. So yeah, plenty to talk about and get into. Morning, Sonia. Let's not lose today. Yeah, let's not lose for once. That'll be nice. Yeah. Spurs, XL, Baz, Steve, how are we all? Gibbo, how are we all? Look, today's game is obviously, it's coming at a period where the world is burning down. The world is burning down. Spurs lost in the week. The world is burning down. Okay. I'm not going to think about the AZ Alkmaar game at all. I'm not going to think about Fulham next week. I'm not going to think about the AZ Alkmaar game next week. This game for me is a game completely on its own. I'm going to take every game as its own individual entity and not think ahead or think behind. The game today, Bournemouth, is a game that I think we're going into is actually, ironically, we're not the favourite to win this game, which I think always would shock people. You go, well, we should be favourites. I don't think we are. I think the betting odds shows that I think actually Bournemouth are more likely to win this game, which obviously is a sorry state of affairs. But hey, football's not played on a betting slip, or it's not played on paper. Sometimes going out there and just wanting it more can kind of change everything. I was watching Monza away to Inter last night, and they went 2-0 up. And Monza are bottom of the Serie A, Inter at the top, and Inter are at home as well. And they went 2-0 up because they wanted it more. Now, Inter's quality obviously shows through right at the end, and they win 3-2, but they wanted it more. Now, we're not obviously a Monza, and they're not Inter, and we're not Inter, and they're not Monza. I completely get that, but it's just evidence that's what can happen. For today, these players have to stand up and be accountable. That's my attitude for this game. It's not on Daniel Levy or Ange. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. If Ange goes out there and he plays Vicario up front and he plays Destiny Doggy at right wing and he plays Jed Spencer centre half, you'd be going, okay, well, Ange, I'm not really sure what you're doing with the tactics, bud. But today, I think the players need to stand up and be accountable. I think that's what I want to see. I want to see these players fight. I want to see these players give a damn. I want to see these players playing for the fans in the crowd who spend hundreds and thousands of their hard-earned money supporting this football team. They don't support It's not that the fans are supporting Daniel Levy or Ange Postecoglou. It doesn't even matter if they're Levy on, Levy out, Ange in, Ange out. What they're doing is they're supporting the football club, and you play for their football club. So what I want to see from those players today is from minute one, I want to see them at the races. I want to see that they give a damn. And I want to see some real passion and real intensity. Something that we haven't seen enough of for a while, if I'm honest. We see it here and there. We get the odd, 15, 20-minute spell, or, even get a game every now and then where the players are actually looking like they give a damn. I want to see that today. I want to see a reaction from Thursday night. I want to see Thursday night's an outlier, even though it's not really after this season. It's not an outlier, but you know what I mean? I want to see them go today and go, here. This is what we're about. This is how we play. Get on the ball, play your stuff, dominate the ball, dominate them, pin them back. And the irony is, I didn't really do enough research. So if someone wants to help me whilst I talk, that would be very much appreciated. In the last 10 games, all competitions, I don't really mind. In the last 10 games, what is the earliest minute that we scored our first goal? If anyone wants to help me, that'd be very much appreciated, because I haven't done that research myself. Last 10 games, first game, what was the earliest goal that we scored in those 10 games? Morning, Zainuddin, Simo, Adiz. How are we all? Yeah, I mean, looking at this game today, why I asked you guys is because I want to see an early goal. That's what I truly want to see. I don't think we see it enough. I don't think we see that clinical nature enough. Like we do create chances. That's the irony. Last game we didn't, and City we didn't, and that's why I'm a bit puzzled really with the last two games because I've seen us play countless times before that, even when we, only had 13 fit players and we still created chances. We got our players back and we seem to create no chances, which I find a bit confusing. But going out there, scoring early, taking control of the game is then played at your pace. The game is played at your tempo. The game is played how you want to play it and how, Ange and the other coaches would have sort of drawn up how they want the game to look. Early goal, take control, and kill the game off. I think that's the other issue that we've had is that we haven't killed the game off enough. We've given a game away too much. We've given leads away. We've given points away just from stupidity. I just think of that Chelsea game. I mean, I'm not going to think about it, but just the Pape Matar penalty, just to this day, confuses the hell out of me. But I want to see us kill off the game. I want to see us end the game early. And then, looking at it, if you do Madison 2 minutes in, there we go then. I also want to see some of those leaders step up. 10 games ago, there you go, 10 games ago. So without that, Steve and Gibbo, without that one game, so in the last 9, what is it? There you go, I'm making you do your homework. Look, regardless, I want to see some of those leaders step up. I want to talk about the Heung-Min Sons. I want to talk about the James Madisons. I mean, look, let's be real. One of those two centre halves is playing today. They are starting today. They've been in training. They've actually been training a little while. If they can't play 45 minutes yet, something's really, really worrying about what their situation is. So I'm expecting to see one of those two start. Now, we might get both, but one of those two. 12 minutes is the fastest, second fastest matters again. Was that Man United? Was it by any chance? But regardless, you're going 3-1 Bournemouth. Damn, Sophia, mate. Damn. I want to see, if it is Romero, he has vocally shown to be a leader when it came against speaking out about how poorly ran Spurs are when it comes to being competitive in football. I want to now see that on this. I want to see that on the pitch now. If obviously Romero doesn't start, I can't ask him to do it. We can't play with 12. But if he is starting, I want him to come back out and go. I might not have played for a little while, but ironically, when I was somewhat fit against Chelsea before I went off injured for however many minutes he played, it's like, oh yeah, no, okay, so Christian Romero is still the best centre back on this pitch. Okay, yeah, he's not fit. Yeah, no, he's still the best. Do that again. Go out there, dominate. Have him dominate. Having a good performance from players like Destiny Udogie. I don't know if Destiny's going to start this game. I don't think he will. I think it'll be Spence and Porro, just because obviously Destiny played in the week. But that's that. I want to see those players who, hey, look, they paid good money. They signed for good money. Is showing that, hey, there's a reason we should be better. I get that. But we're now in a position where people are fit. Vic's back. And Vic's been really solid since coming back, by the way. That's the irony to this all. I on Thursday night, I get what happened and, the commotion. He does care. If you don't think he doesn't, maybe it's not translated well in terms of how he goes about it, but that is just the Italian culture, the Italian job. There you go. Good movie. But he does care. We could probably do more of that, if I'm honest. I want to see James Maddison step up today. Vice captain, howler in the week with Heung-Min Son over that free kick and things like that. Step up today. Show that you're the vice captain today. Go out there and do your thing. Heung-Min Son, I think, will start today. He needs to have a good game today. For a long time, I sort of was a bit like, look, hey, he's playing 3 times a week. He's playing 90 minutes all those times. He's going to be a little bit knackered. His performance level is going to drop. Sonny, I'm going to be fair with you now, mate. We haven't really played much in the last 2 weeks. I'm going to need a good performance out of you. You should be fitter and fresher than you have been all season. I'm going to need a good performance out of you today. I don't know what the Solanke situation is. I don't know. Someone might be able to help me. I didn't really look at Ange's presser all that much, but I don't foresee Solanke starting. Even if he can give you minutes, he'll be on the bench again. So it's like, okay, so you need to play then to tell strength. This long ball back to the goal thing doesn't work with Tell. He's good getting on the ball and he's good using the ball, but back to goal is not going to work. Johnson, going to need a good game out of Johnson because we did a great game against Ipswich and he scored a couple of goals. Last 2 games have been really, really poor for him. And he might not start. He might go Odebear. He might go Mikey Moore. I don't know what he's going to do. But we're just taking it on face value. If Johnson does start today, he has to have a good game. There isn't... I know he's just come out from injury, and I want to give him that benefit of the doubt. But the last 2 games have been very, very difficult to watch. Getting on the ball, not great. Effort levels, not great. We need to see more out of him in this game. I think today, when I think about that midfield, I didn't think Bentancur was going to start. And then I can't remember exactly who it was, but, one of you did make me aware, hey, by the way, he can't play next Thursday. And I was thinking, okay, well, if he can't play next Thursday, then he probably is going to play at the weekend because then you can save another player for Thursday. It's probably Basuma in the week on Thursday, right? So it will probably be Bentancur starting today. And are they going to go Bentancur, Bergvall, and Matters? Are they going to go Bentancur, Sarr, and Matters? I think Matters and Bentancur are both going to start. Are they going to go Energy for Pape? Are they going to go... Maybe they go Basuma and Bentancur maybe today. Maybe they go, let's get Bergvall rotated out. Let's get him ready for Thursday. He's going to be playing Thursday. Let's keep him fresh. He'll be on the bench if we need him. We'll bring him off. We'll bring him on, sorry. And he'll give us something. But, maybe they get a little... I personally would like to see a little bit of rotation into that midfield. Get a set of fresh legs in there. Is it Pape? Is it Biss? Neither of which have played a ton of football in the last few weeks. They're going to be fairly fresh. I'd get him on. I'd get him on start today. Even if it's Basuma and Bentancur, I don't have any issues with that. But I just think, whilst you have some options, you've got to use them. You do, So you want to see Mikey Moore? Is Werner back? I believe he is, yeah. We need a goal from Sonny too. Vic, Porro, Romero, Van der Ven, Spence, Biss, Sarr, Madders, Odebear, Tell, Son. I don't think you'll see Romero and Van der Ven. I don't hate the rest of the team, though. Rest on, give Mickey a start. Do you see Biss starting? I can see Biss starting, yeah. I can see Biss starting because... Look, he's not played a ton of football recently. I know he's been having a few injury issues. I know he's not played a ton of football recently. But, playing him with Bentancur, allowing then you not to rely on Bentancur to be your 6, I don't think it's a bad idea. I don't think either of them are really 6s, but you know what I mean, right? Both of them can help one another. I would personally start Pape. Thinking about it, I would go Bentancur, Pape, and Matters. That would be my 3 for today. And it's, again, remember, like I've always said, even though I have said, I want Destia, Doggy, and Pedro Porro to start, or in the past, obviously, or I would go, I want Odebear to start, not Son, and let's get Son on the bench. It's not that I'm dropping a player. It's rotating a player. We have options now. We shouldn't be going, right, this is the best 11. They have to play every game from now on. It's not how it works. This isn't FIFA. This isn't Ultimate Team where you can play 20 games in a day and the players have no injury issues and no fitness issues. Got to live in the real world. You have to rotate. You have to use the players when they are there. Two different match day. One is very good tactically and a tactical setup. The other one gets the absolute best out of his players. The other one is good with words and a con artist. Okay. Play till off the right and start Scarlett. Oh, I don't see Scarlett starting Andy personally. I do like his energy levels when he does come on, but I don't see him starting today. Who will play Thursday? Gray, Sarr, or Biss? I think Biss will be starting on Thursday. Why not play Gray in the midfield? Well, the reason, Andy, I was saying about Pape is because Archie played on Thursday. So I just want someone that's with some fresher legs. That's all. Again, no issues with the idea of Gray being in the midfield, but it's like you got Pape who's played. Let me just double check. I want to get this exactly right. AZ versus Spurs. Let's find it. So Pape was brought on in the 72nd minute for James Maddison. I would play Pape personally. Just energy today. I feel like Pape. I just feel like it's a Pape day. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong quite a few times in the past. But I just feel like today is one of those Pape days where sun's shining. Pape's in a good mood. Energy levels are looking solid. He's not really played too much in the last few weeks. Obviously, I know he's had some injury issues and he's now hopefully getting past them. Get him out there. Just go, mate, empty the gas tank. Even if it's 60 minutes of you just running around like an absolute headless chicken, empty the gas tank, give us everything. That's the Pape that we all love. We all think can be a really great player. I still do think that. Vic Spence, Danso, Romero, Porro, Biss, Pape, Maddison, Son, Tel, Kulu. Oh, sorry, I forgot about Kulu. Johnson said. I was wondering if you'd commented again after that, Basil. Yeah, I don't think that's. I think that could be the team today. I was thinking maybe Bentancur over Bissouma personally. Any Kulu news out till after the international break, I think, Steve. Hey, Dante, how are you, mate? Bit concerned Mikey Moore deleted footage from his socials of his goal against Elfsborg players back and he's not getting a look in. He's 17, mate. Don't look at it too much. Look at, at 17, your thoughts and feelings change with the wind. So don't worry. It's fine. It's fine. Rather play Bergvall, Maddison and Kulu on Thursday. Kulu's injured, mate. Kulu's injured. He ain't playing Thursday. But right, fair enough, XL. Andre Ratu. I'll have to keep an eye. Scarlett should play a striker, given he's our true striker as Son and Tel aren't. So whoever's going to play the 6th Thursday needs to play fitness, as ironically, we haven't played that much in the last 3 weeks. Yeah, I don't hate that as well, to be fair. People thinking, play this, get him some minutes. I don't hate that idea. Even if it should get him 60 minutes, even if it's 45 minutes into them and then, but I would start Bentancur, knowing that he can empty the gas tank today, knowing that, hey, mate, you play next weekend. You're not playing in the week. Which, by the way, one thing I would say is next weekend against Fulham, Bentancur better be at it next weekend. He'll be the fittest player on the pitch for us. He better be at it next weekend. I'm already there with it. Why not? He can hold up the ball. I don't know who we're talking about. Surely Scarlett's more deserving of minutes over Tel at the moment. I don't know about that. I've avoided all YouTube channels past the AZ loss until now, as it's always the same complaints. What complaints are you seeing, Billy? Bergvall can play Bentancur's position right, so rather have him in Thursday. Look, so obviously Bentancur can't play Thursday. He is suspended. Hence why I'm saying play him today, empty the gas tank today, got a week off until next Sunday. He can play against Fulham. He should be the fittest player for us on the pitch, unless of the rotated options. But we should be defensively more sound today. I know Mickey or Kuti, I'm just going to say one of them, maybe they haven't played a ton of football in the last few months, obviously with injuries. And I love Archie. And you know I love Archie, Greg, because I've said countless times, and you all know, if I asked you, hey, what do I say about Archie? So many of you would say the exact same thing. He's going to be a rock star. I already think he might already be a rock star, but he's going to be a rock star. Bergval's the same. For me right now, Christian Romero or Mickey van der Ven dramatically improves us. Dramatically improves us. So we will be defensively more sound today. I think that really does help, like your Poros. It does help your Destinies or your Jed Spence even. Like, think of Porro and his connection with Romero. He's much better when he's next to Romero. You know, they have that chemistry, that connection. You know, maybe it's not the same with Danso yet. Obviously, Danso's still very new. It's not the same with Archie. Archie's still very new, playing out of position. You know, it just makes sense. And I think it will be Christian Romero to start today, by the way. I do think Romero starts. You know, I don't know what my team was the other day when I did my preview, but I'm going to go Vic in goal. I'm going to go Spence. I'm going to go Big Kev, Romero, Porro. I'm going to go Bentancur, Sarr, Matters, Son, Tel, Jono. It's maybe not what I hope to see. What I hope to see is a bit different. Now, what I would hope to see is probably the back five still. Probably the midfield three, actually, as well. I think the front three, I'd like to see more of Odebear or Mikey. One of them. But I think that's probably... yeah, Mikey or Odebear, I'd love to see them. Especially down that right wing. They've had some injuries down their right side. At right back. Obviously, Kirkez is left back. He's been quite fit. But on the right-hand side, obviously, Araujo and Smith are, I think it's both still out. Lewis Cook played there last time out. So you can get at their right-hand side, potentially. So we need to see that for the right-hand side. We need to, our left-hand side. We need to see someone that's going to get on the ball and take it past their players. So maybe it's Odebear for me. I wonder if he does go that route, thinking I'll leave Son for Thursday. Obviously, have Son on the bench. I'm not saying that, but leave him for Thursday. Maybe that's the way he's going to go. I'm fascinated because obviously with the fact that we do have some options now, I'm fascinated with what he's thinking. There are options. Yes, players maybe aren't in the greatest of form, but there are options, you know. It's our attacking that appears to be the problem right now. I see Solanke / Van der Ven and Romero will play the match fitness. No, I meant the Thursday game. Bergval should be the 6. Don't know about that one. Don't know on. Our attack is toothless at the moment. Not sure on the solution. Just with the attack today, we go through peaks and troughs. I think at times it's flowing. At times it's crap. But we'll see. We'll see. Oh, Jesus Christ. Just seeing people going, Mikey Moore must regret not going to some of the big clubs at the moment. It's like, he's 17, lad. Shut up. Let the guy do you know what? Let the guy get through puberty. How about that? Let him worry about that first. He's got 20 years in football still to go. He doesn't have to play every single game. He will get minutes. Him being around the first team this year would have developed him massively. He will get minutes. Stop panicking. And people need to stop putting words in his mouth. Mikey should be disappointed. Mikey should want to leave. Mikey, just shut up and let him just do his own thing. Let him have his own career. It's not yours. You're tweeting from, a basement like a weirdo. Just let him enjoy his time. He's the professional footballer. You're the loser tweeting about him. Just let him do his own thing. He's 17. Like I said, it's me at 17, he at 17. Your opinions change quite frequently. Your attitudes change quite frequently. He's way more level-headed than I was at 17. So let him just do his own thing. Son's terrible at the moment, in my opinion. I wouldn't say he's terrible. People that say Son's had a terrible season do make me a bit concerned because I'm like, 20 goal contributions is actually pretty decent. And I've said if that's terrible, then like 99.9% of the Premier League are terrible. Which it really, it's Son's standards are that high. I think that's why. It's just, you know, I mean, we've all come to know Golden Boot where I mean, people said that Son wasn't good last year. And it was like 27 goal contributions, and it was like, is he not good last year? He had 27 goal contributions. I mean, don't get me wrong, when he had that hernia, was it hernia a few years ago and he wasn't very good? I get that he was having a bad season. I wouldn't say Son's having a bad season. I think there's been good parts and bad parts. Absolutely. But yeah, maybe he's having one of those bad parts now, Spurs for life. He's in one of those bad moments, but he'll come back. Does he start team? No, he won't start Timo. He won't start Timo. A basement like a weirdo, lol. Mikey's had a taste. He knows he's had to buy his time and patience of some fans is ridiculous. Oh, it bores me. It bores me. You know, obviously there's some really good players coming through academy, and it's like fans, because we weren't playing for a few days, have just gone, right, he needs to be starting him up front for us. He needs to be starting here. And it's like, oh, geez, you're having a really boring weekend, aren't you? Yeah, I can tell. These kids are 16, by the way. Not going to be starting for Spurs, are they, right this second? Maybe let's just let them develop for a bit, and then once they're ready, they'll play. Or it's like, ange doesn't give youth a chance at Spurs. Sort of looking around, and I'm like, well, there's Lucas Bergvall. There's Archie Gray. Matisse Tell's playing up front. I mean, Desti and Mickey aren't exactly old. He's played Kinski for quite a bit. Pape's still fairly young. Oh, got a thumbs down that time. Oh, I didn't realise it did a thumbs down. That's made my day. It's like Ange doesn't give chance to the youth. It's like, shut up. Just shut up. Yes, he does. I think people don't like Ange. I get that. And I get maybe you go, but I would like to see this player play more. Totally get that. Totally get that idea. And I actually really rate that. Just don't lie. That's all I'm saying. You know, he's 17, but he'll look at his England teammate, Nwaneri, and see what opportunities he's getting. It's only natural because Mikey's a better player too. Yeah, but I think the other thing is as well, we've just conditioned ourselves to go, look at Nwaneri, he's getting all these opportunities. Well, he wouldn't be starting if Saka was fit. Let's be real, he wouldn't be starting. It'd be Odegaard and it'd be Saka. And once Saka's fit and raring to go, Saka will be back in his position. Nwaneri will get rotated back to probably the bench. He might go to a different part of the team, but the two positions that Nwaneri plays the most are centre attacking mids, which is the captain. Odegaard is the captain, right? And the right winger, who's their best player. So I also think Nwaneri probably goes, yeah, I'm probably, I've got some really good football this year. We'll hopefully develop next year. With my kids, like we've got some good football this year. Hopefully we'll develop next year. That's the way I would look at it. And also, I'm 17. We are big win today to get players pumped Thursday. I hope you're okay. Yes, Gons, mate, I'm good. How are you? Son is the most goal scored left wing in the Prem. Oh, interesting. Mikey hasn't blown me away. Not saying he's an amazing talent. The only game I saw something was the game he scored. He'll go out on loan next season to an Orient like Donnelly. I don't think he'll go out on loan. I think he'll be with the first team next year. Scarlett isn't a teenager. Neither is Destiny a doggy or Mickey van der Ven or Kinski. Do some of these people making comments have the memory retention of a goldfish? Oh, Billy, you and I don't have a piece of paper to back me up. You and I have got a hymn sheet and we're singing from the same one. Happy Hangover Sunday. I'd like to see Sarah's number 6. McDonald's or Chinese for the hangover cure. Oh, Chinese. Oh, probably. You don't want a Chinese that early in the day, but a Chinese in the afternoon / early evening. Oh. Post a Spurs win. Oh, just saying that would be pretty damn good. 6 Oceania football champions, 3 under 17, 3 under 19 knows more about youth football than you. Yeah, exactly, Steve. Bang on. Bang on. Ange knows a thing or two. Trust me. He does. He does. More so, I mean, people talk about like previous managers, right, that have used some youth players and they go, yeah, but look at them, they use youth players. It's like, yeah, but because they had to. Because they weren't supplied with the players they need. But also, alongside that, there was a situation where they had injuries, so they had to play. Same thing now. Sometimes maybe sometimes the youth, sorry, not sometimes. With previous managers in the past, the youth haven't been good enough. I'll be frank, the academy hasn't been good enough. That's the reason why they weren't getting any minutes. You know, the best academy players that have come through in the last few years who have like played for Spurs. So obviously, like, I'm not talking like Madueke and things like that. Oliver Skipp and Harry Winks. Is that what we're really hanging our academy on? My issue more so is the academy have been, the club have done such a terrible job with the academy for years. So for me, just sorry, it looks like I've got hay fever. Just got a bit of a cold. That's all. Guys, hit the like, subscribe, and join the game on Discord. I appreciate that, Gibbo. Yeah, if you want to join the Discord, by the way, you're more than welcome to. It's free. We chat in there. Wrecking Jazz caused me all types of hell, but it's free. Just join. We chat in every day. If you win the Oceania with Australians, you can manage. I think success club depends on the owner. Look at Nottingham Forest. Yeah, well, the Forest owner cares. Sometimes a little bit too much, but he cares. You might want to comment about Scarlett, but my point is Scarlett's best player who is fit to play up top and effective. No, I didn't mock it, Andy. I'm going to be real, mate. You didn't give me any context. You just said Scarlett's not a teenager. I didn't really know what to do with that, if I'm honest. What I thought you would talk about was when I was talking about how Ange doesn't give the young players a chance. And then I rattled off the players that he has given a chance who are quite young. Apologies if you thought I was mocking. I wasn't. I just didn't have the context that you were going to feed me. With 30-year-olds playing for under 50, scored 50 goals this season. Excel, that's terrible, mate. That's absolutely bloody terrible. But look, I'm really looking forward to the game. So I actually am. I'm looking forward to these players making amends for Thursday. It won't obviously fix the fact that on then next Thursday we have to go do a job, but we can make up for it. I look at like a little bit. Get some people back on board. A win today. Trust me, the win today. People that don't like Ange will just kind of go, I'm going to put it on the back burners for a few days. Glad we won. And that's all us fans want, right? I can agree, we can all agree. Ange out or Ange in, Levy out or Levy in, doesn't matter. You're unhappy with how this season's been, right? I am, you are. But I can tell you what, today, just today, right? My thinking is Ange in, Ange out, Levy in, Levy out, jazz hands. A win will somewhat make you forget about Thursday for a bit. That's all we want. A win, we go, sun's out this weekend. Dog walk's very nice. The summer fruit squash is flowing like nectar. And Spurs won. Happy days. If you're hungover, that makes it all the better. I'll be hungover in bed afterwards, enjoying myself. Just happy. Stick a movie on, That's all we want, I've lost interest in Spurs this season. It was a disaster. Well, you've not got the maximum feeling for Spurs, have you? That's actually terrible. There's so many of you that do puns in this chat, but that was terrible. I know. Not at all good, mate. That's fine, Danny. Sorry. Miscommunication. We'll call it 50-50. Ange pays youngsters who cost the club money. Funny that. You can play me. I'm not young. I'm 29. I'll shave my beard and I'll look like a youngster. If I get rid of the beard, I'll look like I'm. I'll look. Someone will have to start. Do you know if I got rid of the beard, they'll have to ID me for a beer. I have to do that soon. I'll get rid of the beard so I can see if they're going to ID me. That'll bring the tash back. I think we were more successful when I had the tash, actually. Might have to consider it for Thursday. Get rid of the beard, bring back the tash. Get the win on Thursday. The tash days. Might have to do it. All Ange's been given is youth, so of course he has to play the youth. Yeah. You have a bit of grey hair too. No, I bloody don't, mate. No, I don't. Very brown. I mean, this is shaved. It's the fade, but very brown. That's all right, Polly. I'm about to head off because I'm gonna go do something else. Gonna enjoy some sun, walk the dog. Not sure what else I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do something. No one ever points out that we're still in transition. This is what transition looks like. Ange needs one more window. God, I think Ange might even need more than that now, James. But look, thank you all so much for joining me this morning. Please, please, please enjoy the rest of your days. We'll do after the game a review of the game, but please enjoy the rest of your days. Enjoy the afternoons, the evenings, the mornings, wherever you're in the world. Please enjoy yourself, and hopefully see you later on. We'll discuss the Spurs win. Take care, everyone. Peace.